It's time to talk about UFC 242, Khabib versus Dustin the Diamond. I'm excited for it. And like I said, we just had Phil DeRue on the show. Dustin the Diamond going up against Khabib. Let me know what you guys think about this fight. Who are you going for? Khabib has such an amazing story. But one thing that really catches me off guard, that doesn't catch me off guard, but that makes me worry a little bit. I don't even know if I should say makes me worry, but he doesn't listen to his corner as much. You've seen this in a lot of his fights. And you guys may jump at me when I say this, but when he had that fight against Daryl Horcher. Now, Daryl Horcher was never in the UFC before, but they wanted somebody to fight Khabib upon his return. He was out for 2 years. Daryl Horcher was piecing Khabib up. Michael Johnson was piecing Khabib up. Now, yeah, Michael Johnson also beat Dustin the Diamond from TKO, I believe, not too long ago, like a year and a half ago or something like that. But one thing that Dustin learned from that fight was when he's in situations where he's hurt somebody and he wants to bite down on his mouth guard and go in there and just throw down, he's been a lot smarter about that kind of stuff. And you've seen so many improvements. And I remember watching from his last fight against Max Holloway, he was sitting down on the ground watching a laptop of some of his previous fights. And he was like, this is crazy to sit here and watch how far I've come. Like, he was watching and being like, see, I would never do that this day and age. I would never, see what I just did there right there? I can't even imagine me doing that again. This is like me watching a rookie version of myself. And he was watching footage from a year ago, which is why this game is constantly evolving. When you see guys like, you name it, if you're out of this sport for a year, 2 years, the sport's constantly evolving, which is why when you go into a fight, even Dustin, or not Dustin, Paul Felder, he can't be expecting to fight the same Edson Barboza that he fought 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. You can't expect that Edson Barboza. He's come leaps and bounds. But yeah, there are some fighters out there that maybe have backtracked, that they get too comfortable and they're not doing the same things that they were doing before. We saw this with Conor McGregor when he was getting ready for the fight with Khabib. He showed up to the press conference days before the fight, drunk off of his whiskey, just trying to promote his whiskey. And yes, his whiskey did very well, but he still lost the fight. He still lost the fight, which reminds me, that fight is now free on YouTube from the UFC, youtube.com, the official page for UFC. You could watch Khabib versus Conor McGregor. And I believe they have Dustin versus Max Holloway up there. But honestly, guys, go get Fight Pass. For those of you out there that never bought Fight Pass, you might be like, oh, well, you know, they signed with ESPN. Why would I want Fight Pass? You still have the library out there. You could watch all the fights from the past. And I believe it was just released that more footage from that fight with Conor McGregor and Khabib has been released from the post-fight brawl, which was cut prior to, or right after that fight. And I'll tell you this, my dad's buddy, I had to pick him up from the airport. He flew up from Florida. I had to drive out to Hartford to pick him up. And as you guys know, if you've been long-time listeners to the podcast, I grew up around motorcycle clubs. My dad knows all the motorcycle clubs around here. This is a guy that is in a motorcycle club that you all know, which I won't say, but this is a big guy. He can hold his own. And he went to that fight in Vegas, and he said he's never seen anything like that. He said what you saw on TV wasn't even a tenth of what was going on in the crowd. People were fighting everywhere. It was a shit show. Which is why I talked to a lot of people from the area or wanted to go to the show that were like, it's going to get too crazy. People are hostile. And you think about all the Irish fans that have gone to all Conor's fights, that they even had to turn planes around to go back to Ireland. And you think about Khabib's fans. This is like the mafia showing up in thousands. And no matter what happens, no matter the result, if Conor won or Khabib won, shit was going down. But once Khabib did what it was a madhouse. And it was so interesting to hear that, because I didn't even realize it was that crazy. But this fight right here in Abu Dhabi, I like the vibe that I'm feeling. You saw Dustin get off the plane, and they welcomed him with open arms. And people out there like, maybe Khabib's going to be a little nervous going into this fight. He has to put on for all of his people. I don't think Khabib's going to be nervous at all. Khabib's not sitting there listening to Bright Eyes. He's not sitting there listening to, Ed Sheeran. This is straight. He's like John Gotti. Khabib is like the Teflon Don. I just want to smash. This is #1 bullshit. You send me location. He's a badass. And you know what, Dustin? I want to see Dustin win. That's my prediction. That's where my heart's at. I really want to see Dustin win. I think he definitely has a chance to win. Especially if Khabib gets cocky, doesn't want to listen to his corner, and doesn't just wrestle. Khabib should be doing what Eddie Alvarez did. Stick to what got you to the dance, wrestle. Because Dustin's not known for his wrestling. This is going to be a brawl. I hope this is going to be a stand-up fight, but we know what's probably going to go down. Most likely, Khabib's going to win this fight. If we're putting money on it, I'd say put 5 on Khabib. But I really want to see Dustin win. I think Dustin could win, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. And that does it for this episode of Pure Evil MMA. Make sure you guys subscribe down below and give me a subscribe here on Periscope, iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, YouTube. You know what it is, guys. And let me know who you think is going to win this fight on Instagram at PureEvilMMA_. Also on my Twitter at Evil_Echo, the TVIL_ECCO for all the third graders out there that don't know how to spell. And big news for you guys, the Pure Evil MMA Facebook page I got to get back into because I've been under attack by trolls. Somebody reported, and I've never had a single report on my Facebook, my personal Facebook page. But overnight, it was taken down, got banned, disabled. So I put in an appeal. My Instagram was under attack. I wasn't able to comment. I wasn't able to like things for 24 hours. The same time, my Twitter at PureEvilMMA_ was taken down. 3 platforms in 48 hours were attacked. I don't understand how it's legal to do something like that. If you get a group of people that are just trolling, that are attacking you and report you, that Facebook's just going to be like, oh, well, there's 5 people, so he's got to be doing something wrong instead of looking into it. And that pisses me off. This is my brand. I work day and night to build. I lost my last Instagram page, my real Instagram page, where I had thousands and thousands of followers. I lost my original Facebook page, where I had almost 10,000 followers. It takes a long time. That's hard work. That's my brand. That's my income. Only money I can make is off my merch. So if you guys are out there and I barely make anything off my merch, go to pureevilmma.com if you want to represent Pure Evil MMA merch. We got some new designs up, pureevilmma.com. There's a merch section, and we got all new designs coming up for this winter. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to make more designs right now when I log off of here. So we got a new logo as well, which you guys can see above here on the video cast, which I'm a big fan of. I love that. And we got new merch with that logo on there. We got hoodies, t-shirts, girls hoodies, stickers. We got mugs, you name it, we got it, guys. And it's all lowered. I'm barely making anything off of it, but every dollar that you guys put towards the merch, I'm getting new accessories like this mic, which we got rid of the blue snowball, which you guys can see behind us here. You can tell the difference from the last couple of shows to this one with the deepness, sounding more like an official radio show. So I'm happy to have that back, and I got to thank you guys for bringing that back, because without you guys, I wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't be where I am right now. I wouldn't have any of these fighters that I've had on the show in the past few years. Which reminds me, Bilal Muhammad is also on this card. We will be doing a full breakdown of this card come fight day morning. And the fights are going down, I believe they start at 2 p.m. Eastern time on Saturday. Let me double check that. 2 p.m. Eastern time, UFC 242 live on ESPN Plus, and then on pay-per-view, Khabib vs. Dustin the Diamond. We will be doing a full card breakdown. I will be giving my predictions as well. There is a site, if you guys remember playing UFC Pick'em, let me give these guys a shout out because they have a great platform that I really love. Let me see. Big Shot MMA, I believe it is. Let me see really quick. So so I'm giving the right page. Yes, okay. Is this it? Let me double check, guys. I don't want to screw this up, because I had a lot of... Yes, it is this. All right, so guys, go follow Big Shot MMA at Big Shot MMA, BIGSHOT MMA on Twitter, and they have the new and improved UFC Pick'em, and they have like these really fun little games. You don't have to pay a single dollar for it. If you want to throw $5 down, which I usually do, you can make money back. But it's fun because it's on Twitter. You can engage, and they have like these little power-ups that are going on with it. BSMMA.com. If you don't have Twitter and just want to go there, you can do that. And here is the screenshot for you guys that are watching the video cast. I had a lot of fun. I will be doing it once again this week, and I will be sharing my picks as well. Last thing to say, said to me, because I was in the pod championship for them a couple weeks ago. They say, pod weight. They said, hey, I know that you're not in that pod weight competition for this week, but we still have the free game for the shirt and one for a $20 Amazon card. Promo code PRELIM13. Thanks again for your support, and we love to have you on a future edition of the game. Guys, go check it out. If you're on Twitter or just an MMA fan in general, Big Shot MMA, you can engage, you can make picks for free and win stuff. You can win stuff. So shout out to Big Shot MMA. Guys, that does it for Pure Evil MMA, episode number, I don't even know. I'm Evil Eddie from PureEvilMMA.com. Remember, without evil, there's no purity. White knuckles till the end. Behave yourselves.